Hi everyone, good evening. Welcome to Shashwat Academy Pune. This is Mahesh Patil. UPSC has conducted the compulsory English paper today itself. We'll go through the whole question paper and we'll break down the each and every questions and we'll see what are the probable answers of it. So as you know that the nature and the scope of the question paper is qualifying and it is completely based on matriculation. So it does not require a special skill or talent. Everybody has to just secure 30% of it. So as the question number 1, everybody knows that the essay is completely designed for question number 1. And the question number 1 into it, the essay number 1 is paper books are more attractive than their electoral format. So this could be in the mind of the paper setter that we are completely addicted to the social media and we are going for a lot of electronic format and we are getting used to it. As we know that the online education promoting all these days in a very high and very drastic manner. So this could be in the mind of the paper setter and he wants us to write it down what are the pros and cons of electronic format and exactly in book format. So that is what we expect to write it down all about. Second is that ethics in sports. As we know that there is a controversy that happened in Olympics that our athletics, probably Vinesh Fogart, denied the medal just because of the few rules. So there stand the ethics in sports. So it is not all about just to write it down the norms and rules and regulations that completely associated with cricket. Beyond that, you must write about the sportsmanship, leadership, decision making, what are the qualities to being a good human and good sportsman in sports. That is what the content all about. Third is that war is a policy instrument for nations today. As if you just go through the geopolitical aspects in the whole one decade, you might see that there are so many issues and hostility among the nations is happening. And when it comes to that, the India stand in the international level, also in the Asian level, that is what the biggest question to the diplomacy that we are facing too. So that is the current event that we have to write it down. Next, that is completely based on the philosophical aspect. There is no place like home. So he is asking about the home. That does not mean it's our home. It is about the compatibility. If you are just, take an example, you are artist and you are drawing something, that is what home for you. That means your ability to do something and you feel happiness, that is the place we call it home. So it is a philosophical essay and everybody has different dimension and attributes to write it down in detail. Moving to the next question, that is completely based on the passage and below that there are questions that you have to narrate it down. The passage is all about history. In that history, the British era and how the British people exploited Indians economically, socially and politically. That is all about the passage. So this is not the big deal. Everybody has to write it down whatever the questions below mentioned in the passage. But that doesn't mean you will just go one by one and just searching the lines and searching the sentences and write it down everything as it is mentioned in the passage. Not like that. It is about your personal understanding. It is about your grasping of the passage. Accordingly, you have to decipher the things. You have to concisely write the things and points in detail, elaborating your own ideas. This passage, if you just go through the internet, you will find that this passage is completely taken. Whole passage is taken from the book written by Gandhi's political philosophy, written by Bhikkhu Parekh. So the passage is stolen, or I might say that the passage is taken from this book. But that doesn't mean that if you are already read this book, you will be able to write the answers. This is based on the understanding of the passage. Beyond that, there are questions that they have asked us to explain the things based on the passage. But while writing, you have to take in mind that your own idea, your own understanding will help to elaborate it. Next question. The next question is all about précis writing. It is précis, it is not precise, it is précis writing. And précis writing, that means what? To cut it down, to make the things in a shorter format. So this passage is around 700 words and your 1/3 comes around 200 or 210. But it should not be beyond that. And UPSC has completely emphasized one sentence, that is, your précis should be written in your own words. So dealing with the précis writing, there is only one formula, is to write in your own words. So how to find your own words? Own words means what? My own understanding of the passage, that I will write it down or I will short it down or I will make the abridged form of it into a very precise manner. But while utilizing or using words that should not be copy pasted from the passage. Yes, some of the key ideas, some of the key sentences that the passage is all about, you should copy it, but not the whole sentence. Not a single sentence should not be copy pasted as it is. Because when you're copying it things, it is not a précis writing. Précis is what I feel, what I understood, what I can explain it, how I can elaborate it or enumerate it in detail by my own way. That own way is called précis writing. So the passage that UPSC has asked is all about that the growth and the development of the man, but on the other hand, the degradation of the human tendency and the environment as well. So both the things parallelly he has described us. You have to copy up, abridge the form and write it in your own words. That is all about. Moving to the next question, question number 4, that everybody seems to be that it is very easier, but in reality it takes a lot of hard work to understand it. That is grammar and vocabulary. And now 4 number question, the sentences are given. Some of the sentences he has made in a very wrong format. You have to write it down in a right format. So question number 1, a little learning is dangerous thing. Now look at the sentence properly. Little learning is dangerous thing. Dangerous thing. What is dangerous thing? Little learning. But when it comes to word using little, little is a negative word. First, little is negative. So what do you mean by little? Little means nothing, completely zero. So zero knowledge is dangerous thing. At least there should be some knowledge. So article A should be used before little. Then it would be a correct form. That is, a little learning is dangerous thing. There might be a proverb that you might have heard about. That is, a little knowledge is a dangerous thing. A little knowledge, a little learning, a little. A little means a somewhat, not to great extent, but somewhat. That is what it makes correction. Second number sentence, you are requested to kindly grant me leave. Now, we are already requested him. So, if you are requested him, so why do we need to use again the kindly? So, kindly and requested are the same. It is superfluous. It makes the sentence irrelevant. So, kindly should be deleted from the sentence. And the correct format would be, you are requested to grant me leave. Number 3rd sentence, could you please advise me what I should do? Now, there are two things that you have to remember in mind. First, the sentence has started with the supporting verb, that is helping verb, that is modal auxiliary. So, that should be ended with the question mark. That is the first error that we have punctual. And second thing, could you please advise that use of form number 2 is wrong. There should not be D, it should be just, could you please advise me what should I do? So what I should do. So that number 1 is punctuation question mark. Number 2 is advise. That form number 1 of the verb should be used, because after the modal auxiliary always form number 1 of the verb is followed. So 2 things will be replaced over here. 3rd sentence, I invite his success. Now look at the uses of he. He is a subject pronoun and that comes at the beginning of the sentence. So uses of subject pronoun after the main verb invite is wrong. So here he should be replaced with him, that is object pronoun. Number next sentence, if people feel good of coming to work, they will work better. This is actually a sentence of conditional. So this is a condition, if people feel good of coming. Now just read the sentence twice, thrice or again and again. You will come to know that good of is a wrong construction. Good of, all about your nature. Now I might say that how good of you to help me, how good of her to call me on the right time, how good of the government that they are giving us so much free deliveries of XYZ products. So good of is all about the nature, the behavior, but here is no nature or behavior we are talking about. So of is the usage is wrong. So here about should be used, good about coming. So that is a preposition error. Number next question is how terribly sad. How terribly sad. The sentence itself connotes, it is not an interrogative sentence. It is completely an exclamatory sentence. So uses of question mark, that punctuation is wrong, that should be replaced with exclamatory sentence. Number next question. Spanish is more widely used outside of Europe. Add question tag. Now, when it comes to question tags are in 2 formats, negative question tag and positive question tag. But the sentence is positive. There is no negative sense. It is a positive sentence. So, inversely, that question tag would be in the negative form. So, here that is to be verb is here, and that Spanish is a language. So, it is a non-living thing. For non-living thing, we use it. So is will be converted into isn't, and then it would be the question tag of the given sentence. Number next, he played the piano one night in the village hall. See, this is a beautiful sentence. You might have to read it once, twice and thrice, then you will come to know exactly what the error has been there. So he played. Now see, He is very targeted. He played. What did he play? He played the piano. The piano is exact instrument. Article the is good. I mean correct. Played is correct. He played the piano one night. One night. He also suggested one night. How sure he is? He played the piano one night. Also surety is in the village hall. That means accuracy and surety is there. He played the piano one night in the village hall. So the in the village hall is a specific, perfect, exactly the exact location. And when there is an exact location like airport, bus stand, university, college, we use preposition at, not in. So in would be replaced with at village hall. Now my next sentence, many a man has succumbed to this temptation. Many a means what? Many a means what? Many, that's true, but one by one. When we talk about many a, ab tak 56, you might have heard about ab tak 56, tere jaise maine 56 dekhe. That means what? One by one. So many a stands singular, and that is followed by singular noun and singular verb. So many a is correct. Has uses of supporting verb singular is correct, but main uses of plural noun is wrong. So that plurality will be replaced with singular, that is man. Many a man. That means yes, I am talking about many, but one by one. Many a girl, many a college, many a city. Not cities, not girls, not boys, not colleges. Singular would be replaced over here. But just take an imagine, if I erase article A from the sentence, then many will be followed by plural. Many men, many girls, many colleges, many cities. Then the plural verb will be followed. But right now over here, man will be replaced with man. Now my next sentence, if she gets the right grade, she would go to university. Now this is a sentence of conditional. And when there are two sentences with the condition, present condition followed by present modal auxiliary, past condition followed by past modal auxiliary. So this is a condition if, and that consists of gets. So gets is completely a present tense. So simple present tense will be followed by present auxiliary. So this would will be replaced with will. So the sentence will be she will go to university. Moving to the next question, that is question number 4b. Supply the missing words. Supply the missing words. Now, there is no rule for the missing words, as UPSC expect from candidate to complete the things, understanding the whole sentence. So number 1, don't walk dash the grass. So we are talking about the grass, so obviously it is on the grass. So here, on, that preposition is missing. Second number, I lived in Uttarakhand dash 5 years. See, lived is a simple past tense. Okay, so the action is already performed. So it's already done. So I lived in Uttarakhand 5 years. 5 years, that means it is a duration that we can count. 5 years, 2 days, 3 hours, 2 minutes. So the duration is countable. Action is already happened in the past. So for, that preposition is missing. For I lived in Uttarakhand for 5 years is correct. Now instead, if just take an example, if there would have been no word of 5 years, and if the duration or the time is not calculated, at that time we use since Monday, since 1994, since yesterday. But the time is calculated here. That's why we use for preposition to complete the sentence. Number 3, he stood tall dash all his friends in the college. Now see, there is a one guy who is a tall, and that is comparison with all his friends in the college. Now this is the guy whose comparison with the other guy in the college. That means it is more than 2. And when there are comparison, one person, one thing with the more than 2, more than 3, or more people, or more things, we use among. So here the answer will be he stood tall among all his friends. And if there would have been 2 things, 2 person, between that word would have been used. Number next, the cat jumped dash the well. This is not the wall, this is a well. We are talking about the well, to escape from the dog. Now, jumped, this is the verb. And after the jump, what kind of preposition we use? There are so many prepositions that we can use after jump. Jump in, jump into, jump off, jump away, jump from. But now look at the sentence. The cat jumped dash the well. The well means what? It is inside the things. When the outside thing happening into the inside, we use into. We use into. Just take an example. This is a glass. This is a glass, and I am pouring water into it. So I am pouring water into it. Outside thing, it has a movement, and that movement carries into. So the cat jumped into the well to escape from the dog. So into will be the answer. Number next, she walked dash the forest to reach the village. Now look at the sentence. She walked dash the forest to reach her village. To reach her village is her destination. And she already crossed it. She already assumed it. She already achieved it. So now she walked dash the forest. That means through all the forest she walked and she reached her village. That means through, that preposition will be used. Moving to the next section, that is question number 4C. Use the correct form of the verb given in the brackets. Now, UPSC does this, that they bracket the things, they bracket the verb or verb form, and they ask you to complete according to the requirement of the sentence. Number 1, 2 plus 2 dash 4, and make is here. So the first form of the verb, that is makes, will be used. Why do we use makes? Though you might say that this is a plural subject. When there are plural subject, but the idea is single, that carries the singularity. And the same way, the verb of that verb sentence will be the singular. 2 plus 2, you might say that 2 plus 2, we are talking about the 2 and more 2, but this is single idea. So 2 plus 2 makes 4. That is also a universal truth. That is also the things like we are accepted all over the world, and the things which are universal are always written in simple present tense. So will be makes. Number 2, we need rain, the garden dash so dry. Now here B. B means what? Amizar and was where. Amizar was where is called be. So when do we use amizar and was where? Amizar in the present tense, was where in the past tense. Very simple. So here look at the sentence. We need. Need is a verb form number 1. That means simple present tense. So we are talking about the present. We need rain. We need rain. Why do we need rain? And when do we need it? Right now. It is a present tense. The garden dash so dry. So same thing. Be's present verb will be used. Amizar. So the subject is garden. So then is will be the answer. The garden is so dry. Now my next question. She dashed with the baby girl last week. Blaze is the main verb, and he's asking about the passive voice of the blaze. Now look at the sentence. She dashed with the baby girl last week. So last week is the time of the past tense. So when we are actually converting the sentence into passive voice, take one thing in mind, that sentence is completely associated with the simple past time. So simple past of the blaze will be she was blessed. She was and then blessed. Blessed. It is blessed with the baby girl last week. See, this last week gives you hint of simple past. Number next, I just dash even talking to him. Now this sentence is beyond the grammar rule, beyond the the understanding of the particular structure of the grammar or the rules and regulation. It is completely based on common sense. Now look at the sentence properly. I just dash even talking to him. It is the emphasis of emotion. It is the irritation. Like I can't just bear. I just can't bear. Can't bear. Now you might have asked question, can't bear. You might have question why. So there is no rule. But how? Yes, common sense. So some of the answers of the English grammar are also based on common sense. Number next, dash you just shut up for a minute. This is also order. This is also command, that somebody is getting irritated and is asking someone to do the things for him to shut up for a minute. So can will be converted into negative. Can't you just shut up? Can't you just shut up for a minute? And he wants you to do it with a great irritation, with a great emphasis, with a great annoyance. So can't will be used. Moving to the next point, that is question number 4D. Write the antonyms of the following. So this is the traditional method that they ask you synonyms or antonyms. Number 1, optimist. Optimist means who? Somebody who looks at the bright side of the things, who always hopeful, who always feel like something good is happening. And opposite of it, that is very easy, that is pessimist. Pessimistic, that we call pessimistic. Somebody who look at the dark side of the things, who feel like nothing is good happening to him, that is called pessimistic. Number 2 word is galley. See, I think there is no word called galley. It is not I think this could be a printing error, or I think the question paper I got is not so clear. So it could be a gall, G-A-double-L, G-A-double-L. That would be the word. I think there is something is printing error. I feel like it is I, but there should be a double L. So what do you mean by gall? Gall means what? One who is very, very rude in terms of behavior, or is very bold, or is very impudence. Beyond that, when we talk about somebody, very small child is there and is very gall in attitude, that means he is very bold, impudence, and very rude in manner. Antonym of the same word would be what? If somebody is very rude, so antonym would be what? Respectful, humility. Somebody who has good respect, who has a politeness, who had a good manner, good behavior, that would be his antonym. Number next is jest. Jest means what? Enthusiastic, energetic, full of activity. That is called jest. Today we have a holiday and we will have a lot of enjoyment tonight. That is called the gist, full of activity. And opposite, that is antonym of it, what? Sluggishness, inactiveness, dullness. Now my next word, profit, obviously loss, that is the antonym. And then quick, and that is slow. Next, moving to the next question. Yes, this is the question that we have a challenge. We have challenge means what? There is no alternative and we have to write it down, the answer in detail. I just wrote the answer so that I can save my time to make the video early. So question number 1, the mangoes are too cheap to be good. Now there is no so much time that I can just go into the rules and teach you what exactly the grammar consists of. Better way, we'll go directly question and answer. So 2 and 2 will be replaced with so that, and so that after that can and could is followed. Can in a present tense, could in a past tense. So look at the sentence. The mangoes, this is actually plural, are too cheap. So 2 will be replaced with so, and this another 2 is replaced with that, and then the can could will be followed. So the would answer be, the mangoes are so cheap that they cannot be good. Number next, second question. The French surrender Quebec to the English in 1759. Now look at the sentence. Surrendered. Surrendered, it is a verb form of past, V2, that is simple past tense. And when we want to convert the sentence into passive voice, simple past form, that is was where V3, was surrender will be followed. Now look at here. The right answer will be Quebec was surrendered to the English by the French in 1759. Now my next question, Mumbai is richer than most other cities. Now look at here. This is the most other. When we use most other, that means the superlative degree of the same sentence or the same degree will be one of the. One of the means what? There are so many things and one of them is better. So the best transformation will be Mumbai is one of the richest cities, not city, one of the cities in India. Now my next sentence, what though we happen to be late, and that make the sentence into assertive. Assertive means what? Assertion, make the things in a very assertive manner. So your answer would be here in the given sentence. Like this is a question, so your answer and question should not be in a very divert manner. Means what? Your question and your answer would be the same. Like what? What though we happen to be late? I mean, what though we happen to be late? He is talking in a sense that there is nothing matter. There is nothing that something will happen to you. Nobody will punish you. Same manner, that assertion would be here. Like, even if we happen to be late, it does not matter. Or, in the same way, you can write like this, it does not matter even if we happen to be late. That means what? Whatever the meaning or the crux of the sentence is this, the same way it applies in the sentence. So, when you want to convert the assertive sentence, the given sentence and your probable answer would be the same in meaning and expression. Number next. Moving to the next question. Next question is the same. So first number question, he betrayed his country and this was to his eternal disgrace. Now this is the complex and simple sentence he is asking about you to change into the simple sentence. When we are actually converting complex or compound sentence into simple, there is a rule that we use participle, gerund, infinitive, or make the sentence in such a way that there would not be any conjunction and there would be only a single main verb. So, as understanding the whole concept of the sentence, the answer would be betraying his country. Now, look at it. Betray, this is a verb. I transferred it into the participle. Betraying his country, he brought eternal disgrace upon himself. Now, the main verb of the given sentence is the single, that is brought. There are no two main verbs. But in the given sentence, there are two main verbs. One is betrayed and second is was. So, I converted two main verbs into single. That is called simple sentence. Number next, moving to the next question. I spent 2 days in Cox's Bazar. It is one of the most attractive spot in Bangladesh. This is a common sense question. He is asking you to combine the things using opposite phrases. Opposite means what? You have to use the opposite word, but the meaning should be same. Meaning should be same in the what? In what context? I might say that she is not ugly. What does it mean? She is not ugly means she is beautiful. So she is not ugly, so she is beautiful. Both the sentences meaning convey the same meaning, but they are used in an opposite context. The same way, there is a word that it is one of the most attractive, so we'll make it opposite like this. So I spent 2 days in Cox's Bazar, which is not most unattractive. See, most unattractive is actually the opposite of attractive. So that is what it conveys the same meaning. Moving to the next question, that is soldier arrived, the mob dispersed. Now the question is combined by using nominative absolute. What do you mean by nominative absolute? Very simple thing. Nominative means what? The subject of the sentence. And where does it come? It comes at the beginning of the sentence. So nominative nothing but the noun. And then what do you mean by nominative absolute? That noun followed by participle phrase. And what do you mean by participle phrase? Very simple. Gerund, infinitive or participle. You should know this concept basically. So these phrases are followed by noun and they combine the two sentences into one. That is called nominative absolute. For example, now look at, there are two sentences he has given. The soldier arrived and the second one, the mob dispersed. What did he say? Combine. When we use nominative absolute, we actually combine two sentences or more and convert into single sentence. That is what it is the use of nominative absolute. Now look at here. The soldiers, same thing, I write it down, soldiers. That is nominative, that is subject. Then what I will do, I will use participle instead of actually main verb. See, arrived, I did it into having arrived. So having arrived is not a main verb, it is a perfect participle. So that participle phrase when we use after noun, that is called nominative construction. That is nominative construction. Look at here, having arrived is not the main verb. The main verb of the sentence is disperse. That is what? The noun is followed by participle phrase, it is called nominative absolute. So right answer would be the soldiers having arrived, the mob dispersed. Moving to the next question, Newton discovered that the force of the gravitation, look at here, the Newton discovered that the force of the gravitation made apples fall. Made is a wrong usage of the main verb, it should be caused. Cause the apple fall. So how it would be? There is no rule. Understanding of the sentence, look at it, made is a wrong main verb. It did not made it, it caused it to fall. It causes, it effect on it and then it fall down. That is what it will be replaced with the cause. Next question is Rama said to Arjuna, go away. Now look at Rama said to Arjuna. In a very basic format you might say that this would be answer. Rama told Arjuna to go away. But that is a wrong answer. That is a wrong answer. Why? Look at the sentence requirement. That told is wrong. Rama said to Arjuna, go away. Go away is an imperative sentence. And in imperative sentence, there is an instruction is given. By whom? By Rama to whom? Arjuna. That go away. It is not request, it is a command, it is an order. So told will not be used, it is a wrong sentence. So right answer would be Rama ordered. Rama ordered to whom? Rama ordered to Arjuna. Arjuna, what? To go away. Now, can I use command? Command you might use over here, Rama commanded. But command is generally used for formal purpose. Like in a military officer commanded to his soldier that go away. But here is no command, there is no formal talk. It is informal talk between the friends, Rama and Arjuna. So order would be used, not told, not said. Now my next question, everyone should do his duty. Conquered, what do you mean by conquered? Conquered means what? The subject and the verb or the uses of the whole sentence will be according to the understanding of the passage, understanding of the sentence rather than the grammatical rule. So subject of the sentence is everyone. Everyone includes all. So why do we use his? And why? Who told you that this is all about the man? Why his? Why not her? So best way, everyone should do their duty. So there would be used instead of his, because in everyone includes all, man, women, children, all. So instead using his, probably the gender oriented, that man oriented is wrong, and here that his would be replaced with their. Moving to the next point, that question number 5b, he has given us 5 words and he is asking us 2 things. One is meaning and second is usage, that is the sentence of that particular word. Number 1 is speculate. Speculate means what? Speculation, that means articulate something on the basis of without fact or no proof. Like I am speculating that XYZ will happen. So speculation, the meaning of the word is something that is accepted or prejudiced or approximate on the basis of the things, but not with the proof, not with the evidence. That is speculate. Example, I would say that an investor always speculate the market details. That is what it is, speculation. Second one, inquisitive. Inquisitive means what? A very eager person to know the things, to learn the things, very eager or curious person in terms of getting knowledge. For example, an inquisitive child always asks the question to his or her parents about how the planes fly in the sky. That is curiosity. Number 3 is forbearance. Forbearance means what? Self-control, patience, having ability to bear a lot. Example, we might say that After a lot of criticism, a manager showed his great forbearance and replied nothing. That is forbearance. Nocturnal. Nocturnal means what? The thing or animal or a person who active in night. Something that is active in night, or who performs in night. Just take an example like Batman. Batman is a movie in which a Batman is a nocturnal animal, we might say, because he wakes in the night and works for the protection of the city. That is Gautam. That is nocturnal. Number next is ineffectually. So ineffectually means what? That is having no effect, produce no effect, zero effect. That is no effectivity. That is called ineffectually. Example, he tried ineffectually to solve the math, but he could not do it in given time. Okay, question number 5C, and he has given us some sentences asking us to fill in the blank. Number 1, the terrorist made it known that tourist would be dash, target or targeted. Now, look at the construction of the sentence. The terrorist made it known that tourist would be. Now, here would be is used. Modal auxiliary, when we are using modal auxiliary with be, so form number 3 of the main verb is used after that. Can be given, could be asked, would be taken, should be told. That means should be, would be, could be, maybe, might be. That modal auxiliary plus be is followed by verb from 3. So answer would be targeted, not target. Now my next second, I will see you dash 6. Now 6 is completely asking about the time, and the time is not exact. So round is something that is in a circle, but around mean was somewhere approximation. So around will be the right answer to complete the sentence. How much would it be cost to relay the lawns? It will cost dash. Now look at the sentence. How much would it cost? He is asking somebody how much would it cost to relay the lawns? It will cost dash. Now 1000 means what? Exactly the 1000 rupees. And thousands means what? Uncountable. Nobody knows exact amount. You might say that lakh, that means 1 lakh. Lakhs of, that means unknown. 100, that means 100. Hundreds of, that is unknown. So here nobody knows what exactly the approximate cost would be. So thousands will be the right answer. Number next, she was forced to have her dash, her baby dash adopted and adopted. Now here completely talking about the baby. So it would be adopted, not adopted. Adopted means what? Adopted means what? Something that you have to accept the circumstances. Adaptability. If you want to survive in India, you have that adaptability, ability. Adopt means what? Adopt means to accept someone, something as our own. I have adopted this village. I have adopted a child. So the construction of the sentence require adopted, not adopted. Now next, my responsibilities were to organize the campaign, coordinate the regional branches dash for volunteers and raise funds. Now look at the two words, that is canvas and canvas, single S and double S. Single S stands for a canvas, means a page or paper or instrument on which a writer or an artist draw the things. That is canvas, canvassing, that means drawing on the page, drawing on the cloth. That cloth is called canvas, single S. Double S means what? To propagate for the election. That means you are propagating for your candidate in the election, asking people or wooing people to cast vote to him or her. That is called canvas. Now look at the sentence. Whole sentence is talking about the election process, and the election process requires canvas, that is double S. Moving to the next and the last question, that is idioms and phrases. He asks us some idioms, and also he asking you to make or frame the sentences accordingly. Number 1, knock off. Knock off means what? To stop the activity or to stop the work, or to stop whatever you are doing. That is called knock off. Let us take an example. Knock up the things and go home and enjoy with your parents. That is called knock off. Stop the activity, stop the work, or stop whatever you are doing. Second is bite off more than one can chew. Bite off more than one can chew. That means what? If somebody has the ability which is beyond that, he has accepted the power, responsibility, or he feel like he is not able to do the things, but he has accepted it. That is what we call bite off more than one can chew. Take an example. A manager has accepted 3 projects and later he realized that he has bitten off more than he can chew. That means the 3 projects, it is beyond his ability, he cannot do it, he cannot perform it within a given time. That means he realized later that he bitten off more than he can chew. Third number idiom, fair and square. The word itself tells you fair and square, means honest method, honest way, or honest manner. That means without any bias or without any prejudice, doing something in an honest way. That is fair and square. Example, we might say, if you want to be the good manager or the IAS officer in the country, your way of working should be fair and square. It should not be biased to particular region or class or gender or religion. That is fair and square. Number next, by the skin of the teeth means what? To escape by very little margin. Escape by little margin means what? You are in a difficult situation and you are completely a little space that you save yourself. हिंदी में उसको बोलते हैं बाल बाल बचना. That means what? Close shave. That is the alternate idioms as well. It has close shave or by the skin of the teeth. Take an example. A thief was just going across the road. He saw two policemen, but by the God grace, he ran it from the place and he saved himself by the skin of the teeth. That is called a narrow escape. Number next, easier said than done. It is very easy idiom. Easier said than done means what? Something that very easy to say, but in reality it is very hard to execute or implement in reality. Means just some of the politicians always talk more things, but when it comes to action, they fail. Just take an example, like to eradicate the corruption in the country is just very easy to say, but in reality to execute it is easier said than done. So this is all about the compulsory paper that I have covered. It is based on the assumption or it is based on my knowledge, my perspective that I tried my best to give you the all possible answers. I might be somewhere wrong. I am not saying that I am 100% true and every answer whatever I have told you that are true and to the authentication it is not right. You might have some other resources, you might have some other answers as well. It is just my best try. Thank you.